Welcome to another episode. It's Views from the Real. You already know if you've been watching who I am, but it's Patrick and your boy.
Brian.
And we're gonna talk about a film I don't like this year that for some reason is getting a lot of attention. We're gonna talk about Hustlers. Now, I know when you think of that word, you probably think of Larry Flint, but no, this is not that. But it's not far off because this is about strippers drugging men, you robbing them from their money by using their credit card, and getting away with it. That's the basis of the film. Now, it is a story that we have never seen on film, but it is delivered in a way we have seen a million times. The problem with this movie for me is the fact that I have seen the template of this story. It's a biopic template. Like so many movies start like it does and it's processed the same way all the way to the end. So that's the big problem for me with the film. On top of that, the film is being praised as something amazing, and it's truly not. The acting is not great. It's pretty subpar or standard. I guess J-Lo did a good job within the realms of the film. I'll give her that. But at the same time, it's very like weak. Like that's the problem. The premise, the writing, it's not good. That's the problem. And this film for me just gave me vibes of like misandrous themes, like that's what you see throughout the film. You're gonna see these girls do what they do, and everybody in the film pretty much is okay with it, and it's like, imagine if guys were to do this. Now, at the same time, it is a story, so you can't knock them for telling a story, but I guess my thing is that how the story is, or is that how you guys are feeding it to us? And that's something I don't personally know, but if it is the feeding, that shit is weak. On top of that, it's being praised, but I really hope that this doesn't have an effect on good films being released, that they think this is the type of thing that's quality now. Anyway, I'm not messing with your film. I really don't like it. But anyway, go ahead, bro.
Man, this movie right here, I don't like to really talk negative at times, but I feel like for this movie, I got to go in. The main actor, I wasn't really fucking with her. Like, the shit felt amateurish. For some reason, I'm just sitting here like, what am I watching? And J-Lo, she did good. Most of the other actors, they did a pretty good job for the most part. But I was messing with the main actor. I can say that straight off bat. Uh, the plot, the premise, like I've seen it a million times. They didn't make it interesting. I really didn't like the music selection in the movie when they would just have music playing in the background. And the message in the movie, that right there, I find, like you said, you can't knock them because they're just basing it off a true story. But like, are we okay with this for it to do so well? Are people fine with this? But at the same time, what if someone says the same thing about the Joker movie? Is people just fine with this? You
Right.
know, but man, that's pretty crazy how they got off on a light sentence. No one did over a year in jail or anything. Just like, wow, they like took thousands of dollars and just like, I guess you're good. I guess everybody else, jokes the system too. So they did the same, but
I
man,
think
they got off pretty easy.
I think it in a political sense, if you're going that route, it really hurts like the feminist movement in the sense that it proves that they have their own um ways, like women have their own ways of doing things that men cannot do and getting away with them. And that's, I think, sheds a light on that. And it's not delivered that way. It's delivered different because it's more like, oh yeah, women got away with this or whatever, but we deserve, look how many times men get away with it. And it's more like, no, women would have got away with this no matter what time in history, you know. And it's ironic that Cardi B is in the film because she talked about literally doing this, like, you know.
Ah,
No jail time for her, but she did the same thing. So I think that points to a double standard of such, but at the same time, I get it. I mean, because what you said is true as far as like, look at the Irishman or whatever. It's all a glorification of, things that shouldn't be glorified, but that's fine because at the same time, it's like how you deliver it. That's why I feel like this one is more pushing a narrative than just saying, well, this is what it is. Like when you watch The Irishman, that movie this is what it is. I'm not gonna tell you what's in it, but anyway, it is what it is. And plenty of films I've seen that instead of saying, "Oh, guess what? This is this way, and it should be this way," because it's like, what? Okay, it was nonsense. But my problem is, it's like for people to be receiving this film as such a great thing, it's like this isn't that freaking fascinating of a story, to be honest. That's the problem too.
No.
It's a big movie for what was a article, not a fucking like a podcast, not a book, a fucking article. Like, and it wasn't even like usually like if it's an article, right? They'll write a book about it. That never happened. That never happened. So I don't know. I mean, for me, that's my issue with it. But hey, man, it's at least it's an original idea. That's the one thing I can say
It's
that's
an
positive.
original idea, but I felt like they should have gave us some fluff or something. Like I look at the Social Network movie. That movie that's not what happened in real life for the most part, but they made it a really good movie. If you needed to exaggerate some things to make this a better movie, then do so. But I just felt like, yo, this is really boring. I've seen this before. And the most not even exciting moment, but suspenseful kind of moment is like when they're fighting over the phone for a second because you're like, oh, something's gonna happen finally, kind of, and it still nothing happens. So this movie for me, man, I don't see what the hype was about it. I guess, like you said, it's original idea, but
Right.
this movie wasn't doing it for me.
Me neither. But we got a lot more movies to review before the end of the year. We're gonna come back
Definitely.
with a countdown of our favorite films this year. Not sure how many will be included or not, but we'll get back to you on that. It's been a great episode. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, follow us on Instagram at Views from the Real. And remember, it is award season, so be sure to go to the movies or, however, check out some of these great films that are going to get a
Netflix.
spotlight. So,
Definitely.
it's your boy Patrick,
Your boy Brian.
and we're out of here.
Peace.